Welcome to Woodsview Movie Review. Today's review is about Diesirae, a horror film starring Pranav Mohanlal and directed by Rahul Sadashivan. The movie opens with a striking image, a body found in a well, followed by brief glimpses of a love story connected to that incident. These romantic moments appear only in fragments. The director doesn't dwell on emotional drama. Instead, the film quickly moves on, assuming the audience understands the context and is ready to focus on the core idea. While this approach avoids unnecessary melodrama, it also feels like missed opportunity. At several key points, the film lacks detailing, especially during the important narrative events. With a runtime of just 2 hours and 1 minute, the question naturally arises: what stopped the creators from adding more visual depth instead of leaving so much to the audience imagination? At times, the film feels like a blueprint, showing only the outline and asking viewers to fill in the rest. For newcomers or low budget film, this can be a clever and understandable choice. But here, considering this is a film starring Mohanlal's son, the restraint feels puzzling. Is it a budget issue, or is the director deliberately reluctant to add more drama and visual storytelling that could have enhanced the cinematic experience? That question lingers throughout the film. Another noticeable aspect is the use of guest appearances. Typically, guest roles are meant to support the narrative, uplift the protagonist, or add promotional values. In Diesirae, however, it feels like the opposite. The supporting characters appear briefly and fade away, making even the so-called main characters feel like guest appearances. Pranav Mohanlal clearly stands out as the only consistently present and developed character. The pre-climax builds tension effectively, but the solution arrives too easily. All the fear that has carefully built up simply dissolves, almost as if nothing significant happened. This sudden relief undercuts the emotional and psychological impact. That said, the final scene doesn't offer something interesting, suggesting that the underlying issue continues beyond the film's immediate conclusion. Visually, the movie feels plain in several frames. Many scenes lack a strong cinematic touch, which is surprising given the genre. There are moments where the influence of Stranger Things is evident, especially when Pranav senses something ominous before the horror unfolds, followed by a flickering lights. It strongly recalls the Demogorgon's arrival in Stranger Things, mirrored here by the ghostly present in Diesirae. The film has a limited number of characters. Some are introduced as important but are left largely to the audience imagination, with their involvement barely explored. On the positive side, the horror scenes themselves are well crafted and effective. In fact, at certain moments, the atmosphere is strong enough to make you feel that something truly terrifying is about to emerge. From technical standpoint, the film is fairly solid. However, the editing doesn't fully impress, as there are several unnecessary frames that could have been trimmed or replaced with more impactful visuals. Overall, Desiree succeeds in scaring the audience, but just when it begins to fully pull us into its world. It resolves conflicts too quickly, breaking the immersion. That abrupt relief ultimately weakens the horror experience. Final verdict: Desiree is a above average horror film with strong ideas and effective scares, but it falls short in visual detailing, character involvement, and narrative payoff. Thank you for watching Woodsview Movie Review.